is Bold TV.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Bold TV. Beautiful, outstanding ladies with disabilities. Today is a bit different because we are all in one location and we are here to have an awesome conversation. We come to you every Saturday morning by 10:30 a.m. on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. You can see this episode and past episodes on YouTube at www.youtube.com/boldtv_boldheart or on our Facebook page www.facebook.com/boldheartnetwork. If you want to reach out to any of us, the co-hosts, we ask that you write us and send us an email at boldheartnetwork.info@gmail.com. What you can do in that email is indicate to us if you want to be a guest, either as a woman with disability or as an expert on any topic. Or if you're a woman with disability and you have a topic that is pressing your heart and you want us to have a conversation, you can also write to us. We ask for your support, and to do that, to enable us to stay on air, we ask that you reach out to any of the co-hosts and be a financial support or any form of support that you can be to us. Again, this is Bold TV, beautiful, outstanding ladies with disabilities television. Today, our conversation is something very exciting, and that is leadership and digital skills for women with disabilities. Leadership and digital skills for women with disabilities. But before we go ahead and dive into the conversation, I would like my guests who are seated with me. At this stage, we should be doing like this because we've never been in the same space at the same time. So, starting from my far right, just introduce yourself as you normally would, and then, of course, like that. So, Saki, who are you?
Hello, good morning, online audience. I remain a I reside in University of Onne, but today I'm in Akwa Ibom State. How interesting. I'm a polo warrior. I'm a permanent trainer.
It's a pleasure. So I'm going to jump because there's a reason why. So I'll come to the other lady in yellow. If you notice, we are color coding here. So please introduce yourself.
All right. Good morning, all. I am Miss Eburubu Azamta. I'm a physically challenged lady. I work with a crutch. I'm a fashion designer. I'm also a media practitioner.
Awesome. So welcome, Azomta. Azomta has been on Bold TV many times, and she's here today. Now, the lady that matched all of us and brought us to you in Akwa Ibom State. Please introduce yourself.
Akwa Ibom is song.
Yeah.
Hey. Hello, my name is Afyon Etum, and I am the chief host and principality of this environment. I live and work in this beautiful city of Akwa Ibom State, and I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury. I'm a medical lab scientist, amongst other things, a member of Bold Hearts Initiative, and I am the host of this project and this program today. All right.
Awesome. So I'm your humble host for this episode, not for the project. And my name is Freki Andresian. I'm based originally in Port Harcourt in Rivers State, but here we are in Uyo, the promised land, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury, and it's a pleasure to host today's conversation. And like I said, we're speaking today to leadership and digital skills for women with disabilities. This is made possible by a program that is hosted by Faker Foundation, which we have tagged LADIWEED, and LADIWEED stands for Leadership and Digital Skills Initiative for Women with Disabilities. The entire aim of the program is to bring two women with disabilities from Rivers and Akwa Ibom State digital and leadership skills to help them in the 21st century. And we have been here for about a week, and it's been an amazing interactive program. And we just want to have this on Bold TV to bring the conversations to our online audience. So ladies, let's kick up the conversation. So Osaki, why is it important for women with disabilities to be leaders and have leadership positions in a society? Why is it even important for women with disabilities? Go ahead.
All right, thank you very much. I have two basic expectations. One is it helps us to be in public space, a good representative of our own time, whereby you can advocate for yourself,
You'll be happy. You know that, yes, I'm a leader, I'm a human being, I'm a woman. There's no shyness. You'll be able to speak up, speak out when it's necessary. And the other part I want to say is that whenever it comes for policy making, you'll be able to share your views. You'll be able to know that, yes, it's not just I'm talking for myself, but I'm talking to other women that are of disability, and also to help them so that they know their own kind of right and know that in the space of disability, there's so much you can do and not just the side effect of disability. Thank you.
Awesome. After, do you want to jump on that almost immediately?
Yes, I would like to add to what Osaki said. Many times we often see that many women with disabilities are marginalized and disenfranchised. Many of them lack capacity. And so, trainings like this, projects like this help to, not just empower them in the name of empowerment, but it helps them to build capacity. And, especially the leadership aspect, that's the part that really interests me, in that it focuses on a reorientation, changing their mindsets and helping them to begin to see themselves as more than just, people who have been set aside by society, beginning to see themselves as persons of worth, people who are capable of not just leading themselves, but being able to inspire others. Not just waiting to be inspired, but people who are able to inspire others. So I think it's something that is really needed in these times, because women with disabilities are persons who have value to offer. And this helps them to, bring out that value and offer it to those who need it.
Amazing. So Azomta, one of the aspects of the conversation in the course of the week was leadership and vision. So what stood out for you as in that particular space? Go ahead and share one thing.
All right. As a woman with disabilities, most times persons with disabilities see themselves as maybe they are weak. They felt they don't have any vision. Maybe they don't even feel like this is the goal I will set for myself. This is what I will be. They felt that they can't reach their full potentials. So with this leadership skills, they'll be able to see that they are human beings that can visualize and reach their full potential without even looking at anyone.
Awesome. So one of the things we communicated, and we're communicating to women with disabilities is that in spite of being a woman or having a disability, you cannot lead yourself, you can't lead others, and having a vision for yourself is also key in your leadership journey. Azomta just spoke about some stereotypes when it comes to persons with disabilities, how they are even told, or there's a feeling that you're not even worthy of a vision, you're not even worthy of the opportunity to, whether it's even positional leadership. So what are some of the stereotypes when it comes to women with disabilities in leadership? What have you heard? What are one or two? I'll start with Azomta and then I'll come to the others. Just one.
Okay. One of the stereotypes I've heard is that persons with disability should be the ones they will care for. They don't need to have any responsibilities. People felt that let them be there. We'll be caring for them. Whatever they need, we can provide for them. They don't need to bear any responsibility in the society. They have to just stay. We will care for you people. Because most times persons with disability are seen as maybe they don't have brain, they cannot rule. They cannot be in that leadership position, maybe because of the stereotype they have about women. Then when it comes to disability, it's a double standard because they felt that disability is a barrier where they are. I can also say that another challenge is that they are seen as weak. They can't do anything. They can't contribute in the society. They can't add any value in the society. These are one of two stereotypes I can lay out.
Yes, and the sad thing about stereotypes is that they form biases. And a lot of times people don't even know that they have those things until they voice it out. Recently when I was telling people that the governor of the state is a person with albinism, the person was like, no wonder, he's very fair. Are you sure that people knew? How did they know? And then he's now governor. That person just said it like very carelessly, but with very, strong, confidence. So sometimes we may need to check the biases that we have. Indeed, it is a strong stereotype. What are some or one or two of the stereotypes that you've heard?
Yes, another thing is that women with disabilities are often seen as people who are, people who lack capacity. they are often treated as those who, based on the charity model, those who should always be at the receiving end. And then, so they are not, people, when they are, you talk about when their initiatives and policies are made, they are not taken into consideration because they don't even see them as people. Okay, what's the point of, like when they used to say about the girl child, what's the point of sending this one to school? She will marry, they will marry her. And so for the woman with disability, her options are really limited. So they don't see her as someone who deserves to be given opportunities because they feel like she's not worthy of being invested in. Because after all, at the end of the day, after this one, nobody even want to marry her. So what was the point of even doing anything? It's a waste. Let's just be, we'll just be helping her small. Let her just be there.
All right, thank you, Effiong. So we've heard some of the stereotypes, and really there are many. But let us just move forward. Osaki, how can women with disabilities begin to build confidence to lead? We've established that yes, there are stereotypes. We insist that women with disabilities are leaders and can be leaders. But how can we speak to our women to begin to build that confidence to lead? Just one thing.
Okay, one of the things I would like to say is whenever opportunity of this kind comes your way, grab it. Because the moment you grab it, it's information you're going to get. That information is what you use and drive you to wherever successful program you want to go to. Like this program that we're already in. I know of a lot of women that have fruitful testimonies of why, as in initially they didn't even know they would get all of this, but as the day goes by, they are happy, they are willing, they are still interested. They want to even, if they had powers, they wish that the organizers can also extend the days of the program because of the impact that they already had. So programs of this kind, it's an opportunity that women should key in.
Awesome. Effiong, what about it? What can women with disabilities begin to do to build their capacity to lead?
First off, get up. Get up. Yes, get up. Even if you're mobility impaired, take that first step. Whether it's to move your wheelchair from this place to that place, do something. Don't just sit back. I remember when you first, when Bold TV first started, and then Frankie told me, we want you to come and I say, you say what? Me like this on video, what will I come and say? I know the first few episodes, I was a nervous wreck. Before every episode, I'm having fever. But right now, Bold TV, you can wake me up from sleep and I can host an episode without batting an eye. Why? I started somewhere. Start small, then build on it. The more you do it, the more confident you become. You cannot master anything if you're not consistently. You start small, you keep adding to it, and before you know it, it becomes default.
Yeah.
And you no longer struggle with it.
Awesome.
That's what happens.
So we have said add knowledge, we have said gain knowledge, gain information, and also start where you are, start small. Azomta, add to that, please.
All right, you can start small. You don't need to start big. It can be from maybe your family, it can be from schools, it can be from church, it can be a self-advocate. You can start online or anywhere you find yourself. Just start from there. Don't wait when you will grow big. Then you will now start, or when you find yourself in a bigger space, you can now start.
I think a lot of people think that when we're speaking about leadership, we're talking about positional leadership. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're speaking about influence, and influence starts with where you are. So do not want to wait till someone says, when I'm a big person, I will begin to. No. Character-based leadership that influences and impacts the world around you starts with you. I think as we begin to wind down, let's just take a dive into some of the digital skills, because we said we're doing leadership and digital skills. So the question I'm going to ask is going to be a bit weird. It's going to be that, how can digital skills help a woman with disability be a better leader? You see? Yeah. Because we're in the 21st century, So how can getting digital skills help a woman with disability be a better leader? So Effiong, your was bigger. So,
like you said, 21st century. And the world is now a global village, like they say. So you cannot limit the skills and your knowledge to just what happens in your small circle. You need to know what's happening outside, because whatever is happening elsewhere, somehow it has a way of affecting you as well. So if you're not aware of the global situation, because believe me, please, you are not a local champion. You are not a local champion. So be aiming, I have a coach that says, think local, act locally, but think globally. So think of yourself as someone that is capable of being invited to the United Nations to come and speak. Think of yourself as someone that can be invited to global platforms to come and speak. But you start learning how to speak in your small circles. The more you do it, the more you build capacity. So in this digital age, where you know that sometimes you don't need to leave, sometimes you don't even need to leave your home to access opportunities, to get access to people. You can speak to people across the world using digital platforms, but you need to learn those skills so that you know how to reach people. Like right now, what are we doing? We're talking to a global audience. Yeah. We don't know how many people are watching from all over the world, but they are seeing, where are we? We are just in a small space. But people are watching us all over the world. Why? Through the power of technology. So if you don't even know how to navigate the online, the cyber world, then you're depriving yourself of so much. Yes. There's so much to gain. Those clients you need, that big small business you have, people. Have you not seen someone package granite and hey, I saw this United States visiting leadership. There was a program that somebody attended, and they invited some women. And one of those women from an African country, what was she doing? Packaging granite and gari from an African country, and she was empowering women to run small businesses. And they invited her. She has gone to US. She started in her local environment, but probably leveraging technology, she was able to reach global, and the people saw what she was doing. Yeah. She would put it on Facebook, and people saw, and they said, "This your thing you're doing is good. Oh yeah, come, let's meet you." Mm-hmm. So it starts like that. Story. Tell us your story.
So the digital technologies and skill brings the world to you. Asaki, do you want to add to that?
Yes.
Afra really made a key point, because I think sometimes women with disabilities are lazy about technology. They feel like, it's for them. No, it's for us. All right, Asaki, add to that.
All right, thank you very much. What I would say, leadership is service. So when you have the digital skill and you're opportune to have that leadership skill, they say, okay, come and lead this group of women. You're looking for information. How do I serve this woman? It's when you use the digital, go and check online, get information. So when you come out there, you'll be able to serve better. People wondering, this coming from her. We should just try her. But now she's doing perfectly well. I remember a short story. One time I was in a church program, and they said, you are in charge. I said, really? And there are big people there, like professors and others. So it took me some time, but I had to, because I had digital skill, I had to go and do some research. I said, okay, how do I manage such a person like this? I tap different kinds of characters that I'm going to speak to, or I'm going to lead within that short period of time. So if I did not check that information, it would be difficult to lead all of that. So you have to lead with respect, integrity, love, and kindness. So with the research I could make, it was easy to govern those people.
Nice one. So we have seen that digital skills are important for leadership for women with disabilities, because it helps you to get information, it helps you to build your capacity. You become a global person just by digital skills, and there's a lot to be said. But as we begin to wind down, the conversation and things like that, what are some of the benefits? Let's just focus on only digital skills. What are some of the benefits that women with disabilities, apart from making you better leaders, making us better leaders? What are some of the benefits and the advantages of gaining digital skills? Just one.
All right. It can help persons with disability gain employment or be empowered, because with digital skills, they can sell online, they can have a remote jobs, they can get job online, they can be visible, both with their business and themselves. It will make them visible, they will showcase themselves, and they will be confident enough to showcase their
digital skills?
I really believe that digital skills and tech are a real advantage to the disability community, because all of a sudden you can do anything anywhere. And there's so many skills: editing, is it only editing, graphic designing, coding, programming. There's a lot, cyber security. All that, you don't move. Like the issue of access to work is not even there anymore, or access to workplace. So all of a sudden you can raise your millions from your laptop or from your phone. You can do so much. Afion, what other benefits are there?
Opportunities, scholarship opportunities. There are many, academic opportunities to build capacity. If you go to academic learning platforms like Coursera, like your Udemy, like Allison, you find that you have access to free courses, things that you would pay through the note, pay much for. You have access to them free. At least you will get the basic information, and then you can decide you want to advance and build for it. Most of these platforms have financial aid for courses that are paid, that you can pay a token and have access to so much, information and knowledge. So opportunities. And then, you talked about remote jobs. You won't find it on the streets. It is when you go online and as you build your skills, you go on platforms like professional platforms like LinkedIn, even some other place. By the time you go and be showcasing on social media and telling people, this is what I do, this is what I do, at least one day, somebody will send you a DM and like, I've been seeing this or this, okay, I'm interested in this.
So, I know it's Osaki's turn to say something. I just remember the situation where I was invited to come and do some moderating, not because I even advertised. The person just saw pictures and the person was intrigued, and I went all the way and did my job outside of my state and collected my cool money. So let us know that digital skills are good for visibility. All right, Osaki, just say one thing as we begin to wind down.
All right, I would say it makes us believe in ourselves. Because when you see yourself doing something like this is me, you want to do more. And also it's easy it's an entertainment for us, for small folks, because with disabilities, you wondering, how can I enjoy myself? Life is too short. I cannot. But with digital skill, you can do everything inside there, have fun, watch movies, enjoy your life. So that's what I would say.
All right. So there is the responsibility of the person with disability to actually acquire the digital skills. So we're asking that you go out there. Like she said, there are many platforms for where you can begin to learn the basics, intermediate, and advanced. So I think my question would be, what is the role of society and government in helping women with disabilities advance? So you can speak to either leadership or digital skills. One thing, and that will be your parting shot as well. Azomtan.
All right, there should be a representation of women with disabilities in leadership. Government should appoint those that are qualified to represent in policy making and decision making in the society.
Awesome. So remember that we have quota representation. Remember that persons with disabilities must be a part of it. Gender balance, disability balance in decision making spaces. Afion.
I'm going to speak to society. You know that, people with the stereotypes that people have, the biases. We had some people who, were not part of the participants in the training who came, and some of them were impressed and they were like, wow, so something like this is possible. Some of them were like, oh, wow, well, if there was something they could do, because many times I know people are unaware. So I will speak to society before you make assumptions about that person with disability. Before you make assumptions about that person with disabilities, know that it's something as simple as asking questions can teach you a whole lot. Before you decide, oh, this person does not need help, or this person cannot do this, ask first, what's going on with you? Many people, sometimes when I go out there, maybe at work or something, people just look at me and like, they can't, somehow they find it, they can't, inside their minds, from what they've known about disability and what they are saying, it's not balancing. Their accounts is not balancing, and they are like, what's it? Is it? It's not for this one. I don't understand. So they are looking at, and they're looking at me with awe, and they're like, and I'm like, no, we are human beings. Forget say body the body is not cooperating, but we are human beings. Our brains are working.
Also,
So don't make assumptions.
no assumption.
Your small space, you can do something to remove barriers and help that person with disability move forward.
Awesome. That's a good one. Remove barriers. All right, Osaki.
Okay, my final parting shot will be to the government. No time training is enough. No time learning is enough. There should be continuity. And for persons with disabilities, women with disabilities, let there be still current applications that are being invented, current softwares. Let the training continue so that we'll be able to be updated and be able to see how much we can assist ourselves and assist other persons too. So the training should always continue.
Awesome stuff. So I think that Nigeria needs to be a space where access to network, access to technology is not limited to urban areas. We have people everywhere. So we need to be able to get the telecommunications companies to focus on good services, good and affordable services across board, because currently we're having a lot of issues with access to data because it's becoming more expensive. So the regulatory bodies should do something to ensure that we're not exploited because we're trying to access the greater world when it comes to data. The other thing I would say is this: when we have inclusive and special schools, because I have noticed that sometimes we have just the basis of information and education for the children. Quality education is education that is relevant for now. So for children with disabilities in inclusive schools and special schools, we need to have tech as part of the curriculum. So it's something that should be considered, as well as leadership academies, because sometimes we wait for leadership trainings to come in tertiary institution or the School of Life will now teach you leadership. No, we should bring these learnings that are applicable in life early to the school curriculum, even from nursery to primary school level and upward. That's what I'll say to government, to society. Any barrier that has been placed there, either by your bias or by your stereotype, begin to dismantle the walls and relearn disability, because disability is not as you knew before. Now, to women with disabilities out there, you have heard the ladies say it. It's good that you can see us and you can identify with us. And what we're saying is that women with disabilities can lead. So, until we come your way, same station, same times, and same time next Saturday, 10:30 a.m. This has been Bold TV. Ladies, say bye.
Peace out.
This is Bold TV.